Welcome to the Bendito Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Let the PR campaign continue. Let the media onslaught of Caitlin Clark continue. Ever since that Portland game where Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White were caught going back and forth on the sidelines, the Indiana Fever PR department has been in overdrive. It's not Stephanie White, folks. It's Caitlin Clark. The reason you saw those two going back and forth, not because of Stephanie White, because of Caitlin Clark. The reason why this team is off to a slow start, not because of Stephanie White, because of Caitlin Clark. The reason why this offense looks disjointed, not because of Stephanie White, because of Caitlin Clark. The reason why this defense looks bad, not because of Stephanie White. She's a defensive guru. It's because of Caitlin Clark. She can't play defense, even though the statistics say otherwise. And here we are, a different week, and as the old saying goes, same, different day. And this time, it's Bill Plaschke of the LA Times putting out a hit piece on Caitlin Clark right on schedule. After I lost to the New York Liberty, here comes another schmear campaign. It's interesting. When there were rumors and fake news and speculation of Stephanie White being on the hot seat, Stephanie White maybe being fired, the Indiana Fever came out real quick. They ran to their phones. They ran. No, that's not true. Stephanie White's good. She's here to stay. But when there's rumors and speculation of CC maybe getting traded, crickets. When there's news and article and people coming out saying, hey, shout out to Dan Dockage, right? Dan Dockage, he let us in on the secret. We were just going off what our eyes told us. Dan Dockage, he gave us the truth. He said, no, your eyes aren't deceiving you, folks. They don't like her. I talked to Lynn Dunn. I talked to Stephanie White. I talked to Amber Cox. They're calling her a pain in the ass. They're calling her a diva. Dan Dockage gave us the truth. But why aren't the Indiana Fever coming out and combating that narrative? Because that's how they feel. It's hard to dispel the truth. Interesting. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. Bill Plaschke comes out. Whiny Caitlin Clark's tired antics need to end. In this article, he calls Caitlin Clark oafish, entitled, spoiled, coddled. Oafish, entitled, spoiled, coddled. Oafish, entitled, spoiled. None of that has to do with basketball, right? So we're just going to assault her character. Interesting. Coddled by the national media? You think Caitlin Clark has been coddled by the national media? Don't make me laugh. We're going to dispel that very easily with clips of the national media. In case you guys aren't aware, Bill Plaschke followed by Amber Cox. Maybe these two have a little bit of a relationship. Maybe Amber Cox picked up the phone and said, hey, you got to get in on this. Let's take a look at some of these examples of Caitlin Clark being coddled, shall we? Monica McNutt talking about the Rookie of the Year race between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Let's see.
I have said this all season, BC. My Rookie of the Year is going to go based on the standings. Okay. Because I think that is how you have the opportunity to measure impact.
And the sky's right above them.
And the sky right now are in the playoffs, so you'd have to give the nod in my mind to Angel Reese. Look, the double-double streak that she's...
So let me just make sure I understand this. The Rookie of the Year race isn't based on what rookie is actually playing better, but it's based on what rookie's team has a better standing. Now, the Rookie of the Year award is an individual award. Nothing to do with team. Who's the better rookie? Who's a better individual? Who's having the better season? Caitlin Clark. Monica McNutt was coddling Caitlin Clark so much that she just... Oh, wait, no, that's actually not coddling. That's actually not coddling at all. Huh. If the Fever were ahead in the standings, she would come up with another reason why Angel Reese should have it. This makes no sense. Clark was drafted before Reese, meaning she went to the worst team. Why doesn't McNutt just say she wants what she wants? She would never advocate for a white player. Well, speaking of that, speaking of Monica McNutt coddling Caitlin Clark, let's take a look at this.
make it long-term commercially viable?
Two things. I think it has to show up in our storytelling, and it has to be encouraged by our families.
Yeah.
To me, right? And so covering the WNBA this past season, Caitlin Clark's rookie year, for all of the conversation that surrounded her, some which was fair and some which wasn't, the one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her, little girls with their parents, and the fervor and the energy there.
Why her?
Same thing.
Why her?
Well, I was just about to say same thing for Angel Reese when I had a chance to cover their games. But I think Caitlin represented, and again, some of this to me probably is not fair to her because it was not anything that she said or was truly based on her personality, but she was a white girl from the middle of America.
Oh, white girl from the middle of America. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. These are both examples of Caitlin Clark being coddled by the national media. BBC, international media. BBC, international media. ESPN, national media. Get Up, as national media as you could get for a sports show, right? ESPN First Take. Pretty national media, huh? Pretty mainstream, right?
Argue that it hurts the game more if they had given her a roster spot over someone more deserving.
So go ahead and argue it.
That's exactly what I'm saying, because
go
I
ahead,
think it makes a mockery of the women's game. If the focus on, okay,
Cool.
now we just have to have people because of marketing and their attention, and they're not as talented, and we're not putting the best team out there.
What did you just say?
Oh, Caitlin Clark wasn't one of the best players her rookie season, finishing top 4 in MVP voting, leading the league in assists, breaking an assist record, taking the Indiana Fever from a 13-win team to a 20-win team, their first playoff berth in I don't know how many years. It would have made a mockery of the game. Just another example of Caitlin Clark being coddled. So this idea, this notion that Caitlin Clark has been coddled by the national media, Bill Plaschke, you couldn't be further from the truth. You couldn't be further from what's actually taking place here. Coddled by the media is you know who over there in ATL. That's coddled by the media. Caitlin Clark has been the complete opposite of coddled by the media. She's had to dispel every false narrative pushed against her. Mm-hmm. You hate to see it, huh? What needs to end is irrelevant journalists like you who barely watch the games but continue using her names for clicks. Carrying the water for Lynn Dunn is disgusting. Anything from LA, I take with a huge grain of salt at this point. Corrupt city, corrupt state. Opinions are worthless. Another smear campaign, load of BS from another drone given marching orders, huh, Bill? Yep. People put the connection. You and Amber Cox. And the question needs to be had. Is this coming from you? Or is this coming from the Indiana Fever? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.